Hello, my name is Ruth Wangara, an English Xinhua correspondent. Now, the Standard Gauge Railway, popularly known as the SGR by most of the Kenyans, is a flagship project here in East Africa. This SGR has completely turned around the transport system and has become very popular for Kenyans. Most of them now prefer the SGR as their means of travel from Nairobi to the coastal city of Mombasa. Since its launch in 2017, the Chinese-built 472-kilometer rail has now improved businesses, boosted trade, and helped in connecting communities, according to the Belt and Road Initiative, which is a key feature amongst the Kenya-China cooperation. Recently, the SGR celebrated a notable 3,000 consecutive days of safe operation since its inception, having a capacity of 1,260 passengers per train. It is no easy feat to control and operate this train. We are now going to be seeing how the staff here at the SGR operate and ensure the safe operations of this train 365 days a year. Come with me. I am told by the SGR officials that they transport approximately 6,000 passengers on one given day. We are going to be speaking to the person in charge of passenger service to tell us exactly how they manage to do this. Welcome, sir.
Thank you very much.
Please start with a small introduction of yourself and what it is exactly you do here.
Okay, my name is Kennedy Mugo from the Transport Department. That is generally the Passenger Service Management Office. So our job mainly is to make sure that the passengers travel in comfort and in safety. So our job mainly entails from the moment that the ticketing staff hand over the passengers to us after they check in, and now the first thing we deal with is the equipment. We make sure that the trains are well serviced, the equipment inside are okay, the trains are clean, there is enough catering material for everyone, and then we take over the passengers now. From there, we make sure that the tickets are correct. We make sure everyone is seated, everyone is comfortable. We also take care of the differently abled people, make sure we are there for them. So, sometimes you get even the blind passengers. You have to maybe hand over them to someone who can be in charge of them throughout the journey. Basically, before the SGR was launched, the Chinese came very early. During the construction period, that is when they took us in for training at the Radio Training Institute. They imparted their skills for almost 6 months, that is before the train was launched. So we were very well equipped on how to deal with different scenarios on the train, putting in mind that this was a different model of a train, not the one that we are used to, the old one. This was a different train with new equipment, with new operation structures. So we really had to be taken through this new equipment so that we could be able to handle it effectively. We went through passenger service training, how to handle passengers, how to handle emergencies, how to handle breakdowns. It was quite an intensive training. One thing I admire about the Chinese is their safety awareness. They don't leave anything to chance. They make sure that everything is very well taken care of. Even before we started operation, we had to do countless number of test runs to make sure that when the day comes, everything will be okay.
So what would you say, for you having worked here, what does the 3,000 consecutive days of accident-free operation mean?
That means a lot for us because you can operate for even 100 years, but only one accident can cripple the whole operation. So this means a lot to us. That is a very, very high safety record. This train has really changed the economy of our nation very much, because like now you can travel to Mombasa in the morning, finish your business within the maybe 5 hours, and by 10 p.m. you are coming back to Nairobi, ensuring that your traveling safety is very high, the turnaround time, and also noting that the fare is also very reasonable. So they encourage people to continue traveling with us, and people should know that we are here for them.
Okay. Thank you very much for that. Thank you very much. And congratulations. Yes, yes. Okay. So now let us go to the dispatch center and see exactly how all the trains leave and the kind of operations they have there. And now to the dispatching center to see exactly how the trains here are dispatched so that they are not clashing on their way, I think, or crashing. How are you, sir?
Good, Heidi.
I'm well.
Welcome to Dispatch Center.
Okay, thank you. Please start by introducing yourself and tell me exactly, just in a small explanation, what it is you do here.
So my name is Naginga. I'm in charge of Dispatch Center, and I'm the supervisor of all the Kenyan staff. In Dispatch Center, we majorly deal with the safe operation of trains and general command of trains when they are along the route.
Ah, I see. Wow, come. I can see there are very big screens here. It looks lit up and a little bit complicated. Maybe he can explain to us what it is that happens here and why this part of the train station is important.
I will do that. So whatever you're seeing ahead of you is a system we call CTC, control system. CTC stands for Centralized Traffic Control System. This system enables us to monitor the trains in real time, and we're also able to control and command the trains from here.
So when you're here, basically you can see all parts of the train station?
Yes, we can see every station. Every station has a CCTV installation, and CCTV is also run as a system. So we are using several systems in monitoring and controlling the train. In this system you can see in front of you is basically based on graphics, whereby you can just note the location of the train. Yes. So once the train is set for departure, the train number is entered into the system, or the dispatching system. That train number includes is like the tracking number of that train, and it has it includes the telephone communication.
Okay, for example, the train that just left for Mombasa, can you be able to show me on the screen where it is exactly?
It's called E2, and you see there's a Konza station. This is Nairobi terminus, Athi River, can see Lukenya, then Konza station. So between Lukenya and Konza, you can see E2.
Okay.
So E2 is our passenger train from Nairobi in the afternoon. It's an express train, so it's E2.
Please also share some of the challenges that you have faced.
Okay, in every operation you have to experience some challenges, and it's the challenges which makes you to even do better work or improve in the next operations. And in SGR we also have some challenges. Sometimes it can be a locomotive breakdown, or sometimes it can be a turnout breakdown. A turnout is what switches the rails or the route from this line to this line. So if there are those stations that have like monkeys, sometimes they intrude the line. When there's a stone in between the rail and the switching lead, realize that sometimes the route can fail to form, to complete. So in such situations, we always send a competent person up to that location where it is not indicating or where it's not turning, and then we resolve the issue.
Okay. So many people might not understand what the advantage is or the difference between a meter gauge railway and a standard gauge railway is.
Okay, so it's very simple. For meter gauge railway, it's 1 meter. The gauge of the rail is exactly 1 meter. And then for the standard gauge, it's it's a bit enlarged. It's wider than the meter gauge railway. So in our country like Kenya, the railway we used to have, that's the Colonial Lunatic Express. It's using a 1 meter gauge line. So that's why we call it MGR train. And for the SGR, it's around 1430 or that is 1.4 meters. So it's more by 400 millimeters or 0.4 meters.
Okay.
Yes, so that is the difference.
Okay. Would you say that the width difference maybe has helped or has contributed to being accident free?
Yes, it has contributed in many ways because the wider the length or the wider the width, it gives you more speed. Like you see, ours is running at 120 kilometers per hour. That is the design of the railway line. But if you look at for MGR, the speed is a bit lower. So it has that advantage of the speed. And also, secondly, the system that is used in this modern SGR, there's a lot of control systems, and we can do conflict resolution. If you are creating a route and there's a conflict in the routes or the trains are about to meet, to collide, the system will prompt you and will give you a warning.
Okay, tell me, having achieved 3,000 consecutive days of safe operations, being in the dispatch center, how does that make you feel, and what are some of the memorable or deep moments for you and your team?
I feel very proud because it's not easy to maintain that 3,000 without a major accident, and you're running trains daily. Remember, we are doing 6 trains of passenger, that is 3 up trains and 3 down in 24 hours. And we're doing a pair of 9 trains every day. So these trains are so many. And if you look at the diagram, if you see these are, like in this our graph, you see these are trains. Any line you see is a train, and they're moving. Any line you see here is a train. These are trains that are moving down. So this is the time indicator. So right now it's 15:46. So this is where we are. And these are the trains. See, this train is almost meeting this train. And this other train is also almost meeting this train. So this one has to stop because our line is a single track. So it's a lot of monitoring and it's a lot of keenness when it comes to controlling of the train. So the moment you achieve that, you must feel proud and you must feel some kind of achievement for all those 3,000 days. That's 8 years and going and counting.
Wow.
Yes.
So that was a memorable day, the day you clocked the 3,000.
Yeah, very memorable. Very memorable.
Okay. Thank you very much for your time, sir.
Thank you so much.
Wow. Now you have seen what it takes to run our SGR flagship project safely, ensuring safety. And as you have seen, the staff here are very dedicated with their core values as it is written and indicated here, being safety, efficiency, commitment, respect, and integrity. And with this, we are hoping to celebrate again another 3,000 days of safe operations. And now we are at the Nairobi terminus platform. This place here is exactly where the passengers come to first before they board the train. We are going to be speaking to one of the frequent passengers that uses the SGR train and just get her experience. Hello.
Hello.
Okay. Please start with a small introduction of yourself and tell me why you like using the train.
Well, my name is Maureen Mwenda. I love the Kenyan SGR, commonly known as the Madaraka Express, because for me it's not only transport, it's comfort, safety, and a rare chance to sit back and watch the giraffes, elephants from the window and remember how beautiful our country really is. Also, I can say you not only get to your destination, but you get to enjoy the journey too. Yeah.
Okay. So what would you say right now? First of all, I'd like to know, do you oftenly use the train, and how many times perhaps in a year do you travel using the SGR, and for what reason?
Yeah, I do take the train at least 5 times a year. I do vacations here and there. But yeah, I do the train.
Yeah, that's awesome. So you love the seaside?
Yeah, I do, yeah.
Okay. So recently the SGR just celebrated having covered 3,000 days of safe operations. What is your opinion? How do you feel being a frequent passenger about that?
Well, 3,000 days of safe operations, it's not just a number. 3,000 days of safe operation means thriving businesses, tourists getting to discover the beauty of Kenya, and also it has shown us what can happen when two countries work with vision and trust. Yeah.
Okay, perhaps do you have some special features about the SGR that you like, that are memorable to you?
The most memorable thing is getting to watch the wild animals in the Savo, as on my way to Mombasa.
Which is your favorite animal that you've seen in the Savo?
A giraffe. I do love watching the giraffes.
Awesome. Okay, so having experienced some of the Chinese built projects in Kenya and the development that they've brought to our country, what would you say, or what are some of the kind words you would have for our Chinese counterpart that, just to give a little comment on the China-Kenya cooperation?
Well, I love that it has created job opportunities, and my wish is may the partnership between Kenya and China not only build railways, but also bridges of friendship, opportunity, and support to the coming generations.
Okay, very well said. Okay, I wish you well. Thank you very much for your time. Enjoy Mombasa.
Oh, thank you so much.
Okay. And now we are going to be speaking to yet another passenger that is also a frequent traveler using the Kenya Standard Gauge Railway. Hello.
Hello.
Okay, please start by introducing yourself and just telling me what you do, maybe.
Yeah, my name is Gideon Wamoy. Yeah, I live in Nairobi, but I love visiting Mombasa.
Okay.
Yes.
Why do you love visiting Mombasa?
I love visiting Mombasa because part of my family is there, but most importantly is the means of transport. SGR has made it easy to visit Mombasa. You realize that for the many years now SGR has operated, we've not had an accident. It's very safe and very reliable. You depart here at 3, at 8 you are in Mombasa. Reliability is very important. And once you are able to catch up with the train, you are sure you will be in Mombasa. Very fine, very safe and on time.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's good that you mentioned about the safety track record. Perhaps you could tell us, as a frequent user, and how often do you use the train, perhaps in a year? What are your feelings about, or when you learned that SGR has operated for 3,000 consecutive days safely?
Having learned that SGR has operated for 3,000 days safely, now increases the loyalty, the trust in using SGR. And one of the reasons now is because why I love using SGR, like I did mention before, the scenic views along the way. It's like an additional pleasure or entertainment. And 2, the modern amenities inside the train makes the trip even more comfortable.
Okay.
Yes.
You've talked about the scenic views a lot. Maybe perhaps what is your most memorable moment during your travel with SGR?
Memorable moments is when I see the animals along the way. We have the flyovers, the train pass high, and you are able to enjoy the views. These always make my day, and I get comfortable.
Okay.
Yes.
Let me ask you as well, which is your favorite animal that you have seen while riding with the SGR train?
The ostrich. I had not seen the ostrich before. But after using the SGR, I was able to see an ostrich at a close range, and I was happy. It's a very memorable moment for me.
What about for your family? Maybe have they also experienced this happy moment and a memorable one like you?
Yes, they do. Especially my children, my son. They love these moments. They enjoy it a lot.
Which animals do they love to see?
My son loves elephant. Yeah, the elephant, yes.
Oh, I love the elephants too. Thank you very much for your time.
Yeah.
So you're about to board the train to Mombasa?
I'm about to board the train that will be leaving at 3, heading to Mombasa.
Okay, safe journey. Thank you very much. And finally, it's 3 p.m. and the train is just about to leave Nairobi for the coastal city of Mombasa. Part of the reasons why the SGR is very safe is that there's thorough checking of the passengers so that they ensure that the passengers coming in are the right ones. And we are also going to be seeing part of the reasons and the comfort that the passengers are talking about. Hello. Hi. So this is one of the coaches that the passengers that are bound for Mombasa are currently waiting for the train to take off. As you can see, the coach is clean. It has been cleaned and sterilized before the passengers come in. This is part of the reasons why most of the passengers say that the SGR is a much more comfortable means of transport for them. And now we are about to see the train take off with a capacity of an estimated 1,260 passengers, many of whom love the experience of traveling with the train.